A very good morning, dear students. 10th graders, I hope you all are fine. So, in today's video session, we are going to discuss about chapter 3 HTML. So, first concept of HTML is what do you mean by HTML? HTML basically stands for Hypertext Transfer or Hypertext Markup Language. It is a markup language, it is not a programming language. So question will be asked, HTML is a markup language or programming language? The answer is HTML is a markup language. And what is the use of HTML? HTML is used to create the web pages that are displayed on internet. So any web page that will be displayed on internet needs a specific language in which it will be created. And HTML is also the language that will help to create the web pages that will be published on web browser. And the major thing, the code which is written in HTML that will be written in a specific software, and the software name is that is Notepad. So we need two software, one is Notepad, second we need browser to run the program. Now some basic questions. Who developed the HTML? HTML was developed by Tim Berners-Lee. It was developed by Tim Berners-Lee in 1991. So what are the capability of HTML? It means what are the features of HTML? The first feature, it supports scripting languages. It means it is not a individual language. It is also supported with other language. It can also work with other languages like Java, PHP and .NET. These are the languages that are used for writing the script of program. So the feature is it can support the scripting languages. Second capability, it is a platform independent language. What do you mean by platform independent? It means it is not depend upon a specific platform. It can work on either Windows, it can work on either Linux, it can work on any operating system. Either you are using Windows 7, either you are using Windows 10, any software you are using of Windows, it will support. That's why it is not dependent. It is a platform independent. Third point, it is a case insensitive. What is the meaning of case insensitive? It means the value of small a and caps A is having the same meaning. We can write the code in small letter, or either we can write in caps letter. Suppose we are writing HTML in caps letter, and one time we are writing in small letter. So both are having the same meaning. Both are having the same meaning. There is no difference. That's why it is known as case insensitive programming language. Case insensitive markup language. Next is any disadvantage that is faced by HTML. HTML has a major disadvantage that basic HTML can be used to create only the static web pages. We cannot create dynamic web pages. For creating the dynamic web pages, we need the other language support. That's why it is the disadvantage. Next is the history of HTML. Before going to the history part, dear students, listen one thing very carefully. When we are reading chapter 3, along with video, open your book also, because I am also discussing the exercise part in between. Now we are discussing about exercise part that is given on page number 87. Checkpoints are given. HTML is a case sensitive language. Answer is it is false. It is case insensitive language. Second, platform independent means the same program work on any operating system without any modification. Yes, it is true. It is platform independent. It is not dependent upon anyone. So first answer is false. Second answer is true. Third is HTML is a scripting language. It is again false, because it is a markup language. It is not a scripting language, but it supports scripting language. So it was the exercise part. Now come to next topic, that is history of HTML. In history of HTML we are discussing about how HTML came in market in 1989. Again one important question examiner will ask, internet based protocol came in market. Internet based hypertext system came in market in which year? The answer is 1989. First time internet based system came in market in 1989. Afterward, browser code was written. It means in 1990 wrote browser and server software. The program was written up for browser and server code. When browser was ready, internet based program was ready, then it was combined together, and in 1991 Tim Berners-Lee launched the HTML with name HTML tags. With name HTML tags, and total tags were launched that were 18. It means when first time came HTML in market, total tags were 18 that were used by the Tim Berners-Lee. In 1993, HTML was edited by Tim Berners-Lee, but it is not getting success. Afterward, in 1994, what happened? A new group was created, that was IETF. After Tim Berners-Lee, this group do work on HTML. IETF group created the new version of HTML, HTML 2.0 in 1994. And afterward, the changes going on, versions continuously change, and in 2012, what happened? HTML5 version was published. And recently, which version are using latest? The latest version is HTML 5.2, and that was developed in 14 December 2017. So it is the history part of HTML, how HTML came in market. Now, before moving to the next topic, let me to explain the exercise part that is given on page number 87. In checkpoint, it is given MCQ base. In dash, Tim Berners-Lee proposed the internet-based hypertext system. So the answer will be, in which year it came? It came in 1989. This is the first answer. HTML5 was officially published in dash year. It was officially published in 2012. So these are the answer. First one is 1989 and second answer is 2012. Now come to the next topic, and next topic is related to the basic terms that are used in HTML. So we will discuss about the basic terms that are used in HTML. Please keep in mind while you are listening this lesson, you are listening this chapter, please take out your books with you. Without book, there is no use of this chapter reading. So next is basic terms. Basic terms that we are using, that are tags, that are elements, that are values, and that are one more, that is attribute. So what is tag? Tag is any specific format that is used to write a code. Like I have written HTML and I have closed this tag with this HTML. Tag is starting with always this sign, that is less than sign, always complete with greater than sign. So it starts with a less than symbol and complete with a greater than symbol. Now attributes. Attribute depend upon the type of tag. For a different tag, there are different attributes. If we are discussing about font tag contains the color, size, font face. So attributes are the name of terms that are used to change the values. And elements is that part of HTML program that is written between the tags. Suppose we have started the tag HTML and we have closed the tag HTML. In between of this tag, whatsoever is written, that is known as elements. It means any tag, when it will start and before completion, whatsoever is written in between of tag, that is known as element. And value is the specific term that is used to give the specific value, like body bg color is equal to red. Here body is the tag, bg color is the attribute, value is red. And if it is written in body tag, then body tag is the tag type, and body tag will complete with this column. So we have studied about tag, attribute, element and value. Next part, that is we are discussing HTML document structure. Which type of structure is followed by HTML program? HTML program starts with HTML tag. In HTML tag we will prepare head tag. After starting the head tag we will start title tag. In title we will give the title of program. After writing title we will complete the title tag by closing it. Afterward head tag will be closed, body tag will be start. In body tag, after writing the complete code we will close the body tag, and at last we will close the HTML tag. So the structure is HTML head title, then title close, then head close, then body start, body close, and HTML close. Now different types of tags are used. So which type of tags are available in HTML? HTML contains two types of tag. One is container tag, second one is empty tag. Container tags are also known as pair tag. Why it is known as pair tag? Because it will be always in pair. It will be start also, it will be close also. Take the example. Like title tag is a pair tag. It is getting start, it is getting close. So title tag is under the category of container tag. And what is empty tag? Empty tag is that tag which we need not to close. It will start only, it will not close. Example is given like BR, HR and image. Suppose I am using in body HR tag. So I will write HR like this. But I will not close this tag. Because it is not getting closed, that's why it is a also known as singular tag. It is single tag, or we can speak that it is a empty tag. After next topic is categories of HTML elements. HTML elements can be of two types. One will be block level, second will be on text level. What is difference between block level and text level elements? Block level element will always start with a new line. It will always start with a new line. Suppose we are here, we want to prepare the block, it will start with next position. Second, it takes the full width space. Like if space is available this much, it will take the full space. It will not check how much it needed. It will occupy the full space that is available. And space will be occupied from left to right side. That much space is available, it will take from left to right side full space. Like suppose we are writing any tag that is of block type. Like taking one example, title. So title will automatically take the full space whatsoever is given, whatsoever is available. And one more thing, it can take one or more lines. It can be written in one or more lines, and after each line, a line break will be there, a space will be there. After each line, a space will be there. Example I am giving you, like we are preparing the list. After writing the first item A, B, C, R, S, T, P, Q, R. After completion of first item, one line space is given. Next item will be on next line. Next will be on next line. This type of tag is known as block level tag. These occupy the full space what is available. Start with a space, start with a new line. It can be in one or more lines, and after each line it will take the space. Next is text level, that will start with the same position. Suppose we are on this position, it will start writing from the same position. It will not move to the next line. Second, it will take only that space which is required. It will check how much space it can occupy. Then it will take that much space only. It will not take the full space that is available. It will take the required space. So this is difference between block level and text level HTML elements. So in this session we have studied about types of elements and different tags. Now come to the exercise part of page number 88. Exercise part is there. Dash gives extra information about HTML elements. The answer is attributes provide additional information about the HTML elements. A dash comprised of start and end tag with content inserted in between. So first answer that I told you, first answer is attribute gives the extra information. The answer is attributes, and this is exercise that is available on page number 88. Second, a dash comprised of start and end tag with content inserted in between. The answer is element. And third, a start tag marks the dash of tag. It starts the beginning of tag. This is the answer of exercise part. It marks the beginning of tags. So next topic is types of tags that we have already studied. Paired tag and empty tag we have already done. Next topic that is available in document structure in HTML5. So next topic is a document structure in HTML5. So next topic that is document structure in HTML5 we will discuss in next video. Thank you. Have a nice day for this session. Thank you so much.